College creates new dreams and passions. It brings new ideas and perspectives. It brings new challenges and obstacles. What we wanted to be then has shaped who we are now.
Hello everybody and welcome to Now and Then, the show where we explore the dichotomy between what we wanted to be when we were growing up and what we want to be now. I'm your host, Jackie Garcia, and with me is Lizzy McCabea. So tell me about your major. You want to be a theater person or major in theater?
My major is general theater. I'm planning on transferring over to Cal State Fullerton to pursue that. I'm going to get my teaching credentials as well, and I'm going to try and be a high school drama teacher.
So what inspired you to pick that major?
Well, I've always loved performing. Since I was young, I've always loved being in front of people. I've always enjoyed theater, and I just decided I wanted it to be a part of my life, and I wanted to pursue a profession in it.
So how many semesters have you taken here at Fullerton College?
This is my 6th semester. They say out in 2, but it's really like out in like 7. But I'm planning on transferring, like I said, next spring 2016. So hopefully I'll be out of here by then. And yeah.
So what do you plan on getting from here, from Fullerton College?
Well, a community college is such a cool place because you get, first of all, you get a very diverse group of people. So you're learning a lot about not just yourself, but you're learning a lot about life because there are people here with kids and people here who work 4 jobs to put themselves through school. And at a university, you don't really get to experience that. You get a lot of kids out of high school.
Oh.
And I'm really hoping, and so far I have gotten such a great educational experience from the professors here because it's a much more intimate environment. Whereas at the universities you have classes of 250 and here you have a class of 40 people. Mm-hmm. And so it's just a lot easier to be one-on-one with the professor in that sense. And most of the professors here are actually professors at universities. So you're getting the same education in just a smaller setting for less money. So
are you interested in the production of the play or the acting in general?
They both kind of go hand in hand for me. I really enjoy acting. That is my preference. I don't really prefer to be on the technical side of things. I'm not really good with lights. I'm not good with sound. I can build sets, but that's kind of menial to me. I respect the technical process and the production process of directing and choreography and musical directing and everything like that, but I prefer to be on stage. It's what my soul needs.
So I know you said you wanted to get your theater major to be a teacher, right? Mm-hmm. Like a professor. Mm-hmm. Do you ever plan on doing acting outside, like doing in like films?
Well, I do plan to be in productions for the remainder of my life, hopefully. I want to be your modern day Betty White. But I really hope, I don't really like film acting. It's very minute, it's very close up, and everything's extremely refined. And I find that I prefer theater and stage acting because it's so organic, and there is that possibility of, oh my gosh, I forgot my line. Mm-hmm.
What do you do if you forget your line?
A lot of the time, I try and cover it up. I depend a lot on my other actors on stage. Because they're usually the ones that will get you out of a pickle.
Unfortunately, we are going to have to take a quick break, though. We'll be right back after these commercials. Welcome back to Now and Then, the show where we get to the root of our students' aspirations. I'm your host, Jackie Garcia, and with me still is Lizzy McCabea. So you were telling us about how you prefer theater, so live audience rather than film?
Yes. Yes, I do. I think that it's such an immersive experience in a live theater, and it's really cool because in the industry right now, live theater is becoming it's becoming more prominent, and people are going to see shows, and people are buying tickets to musicals, and people are buying, musicals are becoming movies, and it's really expanding, and I think it's great.
So describe your first time being on stage and going to your first play. How did you feel? What did you do?
Well, the first time I was on stage, I was in 8th grade, and I got the lead role in my middle school production of Grease, and I caught the bug from there because it was just such an addicting experience, being on stage and hearing the applause, and you just want to entertain, you want to do more, and I just kind of went from there.
So do you prefer musicals or regular theater?
I prefer musicals.
Okay, so sing for us. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, and then you're just going to sing the question, okay?
All right.
Okay, how many plays have you been in?
Like 6 or 7.
Okay.
Was that good?
Yeah, that was good. So how many plays have you actually done at school and then versus outside?
I was in a couple not main stage or the Black Box Theater, but I was in a couple of workshop productions of Chorus Line, Urinetown, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and Seagull.
Which one was your favorite one out of all of them?
I loved doing Urinetown. Chorus Line and Urinetown are kind of tied for me, but I loved doing Urinetown.
And why is that? What about that play that you love so much?
It's a satirical musical, so it was so funny, and it was just so entertaining for the audience, and I love hearing laughs. I love making people laugh in the audience, and the roar of laughter is just so satisfying, and it was so much fun. It was a ton of fun to do it.
So how many years have you actually been doing theater for?
Probably around 8 if you count my entire high school experience. So, yeah.
And do you take a lot to memorize your lines? Does it take a lot of time, or how do you do it?
Well, typically, I'm pretty good at memorizing lines. I have a really quick memory, but typically what I'll do is I'll take like a stack of index cards, and I'll write my lines down, which really helps, and then I'll just say them over and over again. I'll just keep saying them. I have to say the cue line before me, whatever line the person has before me, I have to say that as well, so that I know when to say my lines. And hopefully they stick.
So have you ever messed up on stage, while you're singing or while you're acting?
Not so much with singing. I've messed up. I flubbed a couple of times.
And how do you recover from that?
Well, you kind of just have to make something up. Like that's exactly what it is. You really just have to make up a line, make up something. If you missed an exit, you have to make up a reason to get off stage. If you missed a cue, you kind of have to just pick it up and keep moving, because there's no cut. There's no, okay, let's do that again. It's okay. Over. So
what's your favorite part about acting?
I just love being able to become somebody else. I think it's a really cool opportunity. So.
Well, that's really nice, and that's the time that we have, unfortunately. Thank you, Lizzy, for being here. I'm your host, Jackie Garcia, and this has been Now and Then. Good night.